Video games are a part of culture that has brought millions of people together across the globe. People can collectively unite to have fun in these worlds and control these characters, getting to escape reality and just enjoy themselves. As time has gone on, video games have evolved to become more than just entertainment. They now fill stadiums with people to watch the best of the best play. This is known as esports, and it has gradually gained more and more popularity throughout the world. Esports has also become a part of many schools, as several people view it in the same vein as just any other sport. So naturally, it was only a matter of time before esports joined Saline.
We determined that there was a need for esports in a program here at the high school, considering that 60% of students that are involved in esports aren't involved in any extracurricular activities. We wanted to take a group of students who were underrepresented in our building, give them a place where they could come together, use teamwork skills, grow as individuals, and become important people here at the high school.
I think it's great. I think it's a place where there are a lot of students who maybe aren't involved in other things. I know that there are a lot of statistics around the esports group and what it does for students. Students who maybe feel like they don't have anyone at school that they're comfortable with, or they don't have a group that they feel comfortable with. This provides an opportunity for a ton of kids to have some really great experiences.
Saline is a school district full of gamers, just like any other. Since gaming first became popular, many people viewed it as non-productive and a waste of time though. However, for many students, gaming is a way of life that they love being a part of and can't really experience through the school. So with all of the gamers here at the high school, surely there's an organized community where they can all come together to share their passions and hobbies, right? Well, up until recently, that unfortunately wasn't the case. While there were many smaller gaming clubs, nothing to truly allow all SHS students to enjoy their interests existed through the school. Some students, however, wanted to change that.
I'm a senior. I never got a chance to really join a sport or a club that really got me going into having fun, just enjoying being with other people. Esports would have absolutely done that for me, but just never got the chance because it was never there. And I want to bring that out for other people so they can have it.
And it's students like Trevor that inspired us to really get the ball rolling with this. If we're going to practice diversity, equity, and inclusion here at the high school, we need to make sure that everybody can find something related to the school that they can get involved in and feel part of the school as a whole.
So I am the Region 8 representative to the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals, and that group is the group that runs the Michigan Esports League right now. And so one of our meetings was at one of the playoffs, I think the state championships or one of those things. And we got to watch it. It was really neat. And I came back and was talking to, Cody Stedman had come and talked to me about running a club along with the Smash Brothers club that we already had. And then Mr. Vasilov actually came to me and said that he really wanted to start an esports club. And so I had told him about the information I had from the principals group, and then we just started working on it.
With the idea of an esports team finally put in place, many more ideas for what it could be like started to take shape. But to start a full organization like this, you need to take into consideration the bigger picture. You can't just start something like this without funding, proposals, and approval. A larger overall plan had to be set in motion to get the ball rolling on the esports team.
We started talking about it in December. And Mr. Vasilov, I think, already kind of had some thoughts behind it. And so we've been working really since then. So it's been 4 or 5 months at this point because it's May. So yeah, but it was approved rather quickly, and Community Ed has been a huge help because they'll run a lot of our things. We have a grant that's going to help fund it too. So I think about 5 months has gone, and so we'll see next year what it looks like to get the initial season through and try to understand what that is. But the one main question that we had was when we were talking about the different clubs and organizations, just kind of where it fits, because it's esports, but it's not really a sport just yet. I think at some point MHSAA will probably take it over. it's a club, but is it a club like we have at the high school? Does it go through community ed? What does it need to have? So there were just some clarifying questions that needed to happen, but I don't think there was ever anyone who was against it.
To get the ball up and running with esports, we had to get a lot of different people involved and get approval from. So everybody from the IT team over to administration has been involved in the process to get this up and running.
We just needed to go through and talk to Mr. Vasilov about what his equipment was, what he had already, what we might have needed in addition, any other funds that had happened, plus how many students we could have. We did talk about we have meetings in the district every month for our different clubs and organizations, and we meet with athletics and then the middle school and Heritage. And one of the questions was whether or not the middle school could be involved, because they also have a Smash Brothers club, and it was big like ours was, but that because we feel like we will probably have a pretty high participation rate here, that we won't be able to open it up to the middle school, but hopefully they'll have their own at some point. I kind of like the cheerleader, to be honest. I was really the person to just help Mr. Vasilov get to the people that we needed to get to and just make sure everyone understood what it was. I think there's a lot of, maybe not confusion, but just unknown about what it is, and so explaining what it is, because I was able to watch it firsthand. So really just helping him, and he did everything. He's been great.
Now that the idea had been approved, the word needed to be spread. Students made flyers and put them up around the school, and a meeting was held in Vasilov's room during all lunches to spread the word.
So our goal with our esports program is to win a state title, just like any other sport. We'll be competing in 3 different games: League of Legends, Rocket League, and Smash Brothers. The reason why we chose those 3 is that you can actually win a Michigan state championship in those 3 games.
So now, we come to the present day. The word has been spread, the ideas have been approved, and the team is in commission to start. The esports team is aiming to be a place of community for many of those who feel they don't have one, and they hope for as many people to join them as possible.
We'll be launching in September of next year, so we'll have 2 seasons, one in the fall and another one in the spring. Start our fall season September of next year.
Another thing that this whole esports thing will bring along is scholarships for colleges like Tech. So I'm going to be going up to Tech. But one of the things that I would have loved to have is some more money to back me up. And if I would have been in a program like this, I could have gotten that funding, because they have scholarships that they award out to players that are on esports teams at high school levels. Then they can join into a college level esports. It helps out with funding. It also gives you a spot where you can be like with any other sports.
So there are a lot of different colleges in Michigan that have esports programs. In fact, at this point, most colleges do have esports program. Everything from Washtenaw to University of Michigan and Michigan State to Tech over to Lawrence Tech. We've got schools all over the state that have esports programs, many of which are offering scholarships at this point, and we're leaving money on the table by not having a program here at the high school where we can facilitate that and start using those funds to get our students to post-secondary education.
I'm really excited for it. I know in one of the last bond proposals, there's an esports room that was going in anyway. So this is something the district's been working toward to start with. I've seen how many students are involved in Smash Brothers and how many students are involved in the League of Legends club we used to have. And so I'm really excited for there to be a place where there are individual activities that also work as a group, and that the students can represent their school in a way that works for them. So I'm excited.
If you get the chance, join the team. It's going to be great.